secures it and he can take over the game is a good idea. But I think Gyrocopter.
That's an old Weaver.
Really good for Beastmaster too.
When it comes to the first 10 minutes, particularly the laning phase.
Yes, this laning phase is going to be the ultimate test for this best of 5. It's going to be a long journey to get through this finals, and who walks away winning this laning phase could just end up winning the entire thing, as Maposhka will end up going down. Tofu finally claims first blood for
Heroes that are not afraid to skirmish early and take it straight back to
the
you.
death against Tofu will end up helping to get the kill onto Tofu, but will end up falling into the end. Ace is gladly going to be able to dive a bit more onto Maposhka.
We can start to regain momentum in this lane. This is a very strong lane for Team Spirit. Tree Weaver, there's not much that beats us, so this just shows how strong this off lane is for Gaimin as well. They're combating
it would be such a massive win if they could actually bring down Ace, but Yutoro's going to have to try and go for Tofu instead, who gave up his own life to be able to kill the bug on Ace to protect his core. He does die.
HP. Give him that breathing room. And of course, this is a Tree and Protector lineup. We're talking about these objectives, something Gaimin's focused on. If you can keep your towers up, living armor.
The double slows are going to help here, and Quinn's going to come back into this play. Sees an opportunity, but so is Laurel. The two supports are already dead, though. And there's no way for this puck to change the matchup now.
Because it means they're not going to Ace, they're not pushing your tower, and then things like this can start to happen where another kill for Yutoro. He is absolutely out of control.
Oh, and their carry's going to be in trouble as well. Gold Core's in big trouble here on the side of Gaimin Gladiators, and no TP rotations coming in. So they're just going to run down Duraccio. Do they dive the tower, though? It's a bit scary, and they've run out of resources. So Duraccio lives.
But everybody up here, try and go on Ace again. This is when the Lone Druid is susceptible.
Perfect opportunity with the bear now being put on cooldown. They have done serious damage to Ace, killing him so many times, and even maybe catching Tofu here. Selly's going to try and slow him down, but that's two supports without a real stun. Well, he's going to try for it anyway, perhaps. Going to force out the Primal Roar. Collapse now going to try and back away with that extra bit of movement speed. Does get hit by the Gyrocopter ultimate. That's going to slow him down enough. Good snowball pickup from Mira. That buys him a couple of seconds, but Quinn is going to follow that ball. He is perfectly matched to be able to hit them both. The swashbuckle isn't enough, though. And Duraccio and Quinn are now in trouble. Top of the coil. Laurel going to lock him down, and there's not much these supports can do to stop it. In fact, they're just going to feed right alongside the other two of Gaimin Gladiators as Team Spirit in a 5-man move sweep over Gaimin Gladiators, run them down underneath their towers, and even through the portal, Tofu will be denied that exit. Instead, he'll head back to the fountain after a triple kill for Yutoro. Silence on him. If they can keep him in place, the dead shot moves him back in. They have to use the global, but it will get the job done. A huge kill streak going the way of Ace. Team Spirit want to be able to run over Gaimin Gladiators, take these outer towers so they can disrupt that ancient farming, and they're going to go straight to it. No hesitancy whatsoever. Immediate coil put onto Quinn, but they don't really have the strength to be able to bring him down just yet. Protected by all of Gaimin Gladiators, who, again, they saw Team Spirit in the bottom lane show up as 5. They will do the same here in the mid lane. Quinn looks to find his mark, looks to see if he can drive right on through and straight to Maposhka. He'll find him here in the corner, clear out most of the trees, but Laurel is actually going to bounce back in here.
They're going to retake the fight.
But Maposhka's going to stand and fight as best he can, but they pick off Ace immediately. Laurel trying to make his way out, and oh, the silence. Maybe he gets clipped again. He's dead. Couldn't jump to his orb in time. Yeah, they get Ace, but it does cost them quite a bit, as Laurel was a big piece of the momentum.
He's not playing defensive at all. And once more, the aggression continues. No Rolling Thunder for Quinn right here.
Global sounds to try and protect him. Another swashbuckle up in a second. He's actually going to turn and fight as best as possible, but the puck is going to be the end of Quinn. I thought he was going to swashbuckle down.
Hasn't even needed him at this point. And all 3 tier 1s are up. Another aggressive coil play.
Tofu with the calling, trying to protect Mira just outside of that silence. Uses the snowball, trying to get some distance. Nice dead shot, though. Actually hit Laurel in the background.
Yeah, but the exchange on the other side of the map, Ace, the heroes, if they can find them. Right now, Maposhka just doing some scouting.
2 minutes to spot Maposhka, but there's nowhere for him to really run. He knows it too. He's definitely been caught, but he got some good information that'll lead to the pickoff on Ace. He saw all those heroes and he said, guys, this Lone Druid is alone in the top lane. Again, kill him.
Debuff immunity up for the silences that are causing them problems in the fight. Then you're not too worried about anything as Quinn is getting shredded by the death
throw. Even if you get out the Rolling Thunder, the physical damage from Yutoro is too much for him to handle. Tofu was kind of desperate, wanted to be able to get that kill on Mira, maybe trying to take away the Aegis, but frankly, he doesn't do nearly enough damage right now to deal with this carry, even on low HP like this. Missed the dead shot on Mira. Managed to sidestep that one, and they'll dive Tofu pretty easily. Yutoro does manage to get off the timeline server so barely. Meanwhile, Celery's picked off in mid. Team Spirit, they are absolutely outplaying Gaimin Gladiators right now on the map. They pace of game right now. It does kind of feel like he's going to get that BKB once the Aegis expires, because this is going to be another team fight and perhaps another objective taken. 21-minute Wisdom Rune coming up. Tormentor, an object as well. Silence already going out. They're trying to lock down this Weaver, trying to stop him from killing anybody. It gets off the time lapse though. Forces a little bit of a resources out of Gaimin Gladiators. They're just throwing some damage around. Laurel looking at that back line.
You got to be careful of giving Dota2 these good flag targets up front, as they're going to trade a bunch of the Bears HP.
They're still looking for Koshko over here. They don't have the detection to catch him out.
Something is going wrong with the detection on this tree, and for sure, he's just getting way too much information, way too deep right now. Team Spirit will play it safe, play it slow. Aegis out in 50 seconds, so you have to think about the timer here.
Look at that burst damage. Quinn caught by the coil and instantly killed by Yatoro. And you can feel it. Yatoro is seeing an opportunity. They're going to be able to cut down Celery, and now he goes in for the kill. The Aegis does expire, but the rest of his team provides the disable. So as the second life comes back up, he's going to shred through Ace. Looks over to Tofu next. Now, last left, perhaps Dyrachyo trying to run him down. Dyrachyo doing his best he can, but up against 3 different cores, he can't actually fight back. He has to run away. Oh, missing out on the dead shot. Yatoro is unstoppable. He's just diving to the base like it's nothing.
He was thinking about it again. 30 HP is the only thing that'll save you from this man right now.
So Team Spirit are going to slowly approach. They're going to group up together and take this fight.
Yatoro just time-lapse to the fountain and back to get his BKB. He will not have time-lapse for this fight because I don't need it.
Overgrowth with the 3-man coil. It's looking beautiful, and Yatoro's right in there with his fresh BKB. Delay the damage of these cores. Once again, Ace has no chance with the bear, and of course the Beastmaster's going to lock down that ball. You're not going anywhere, Quinn. They're going to catch more. Tofu is going to be the last one down. Dyrachyo only survives because of his TP.
Maybe game 2. High ground play for sure, right? You let him go into you, abuse the fact that the calling's a really strong defensive spell. You catch the tree in first, that's a nice pickoff.
And it's actually really nice with the gem on the ground.
Yeah, okay, so...
Staying to be able to stand toe-to-toe against the Weaver for too long, Ace.
I don't know if you know what's coming for you right now, but you're not going to like it.
It's going to be a shot to the back of the head. He's gone! Blown away by Yatoro, and they catch Quinn in the mid lane. They don't need Yatoro to make this kind of play. Laurel activates his BKB to catch the opposing mid laner.
And the AC is just going to amp this physical through the roof right now, which makes this high ground siege a lot more tempting.
Here goes to the jump. BKB immediately activated by Dyrachyo, but there's that physical damage. Dyrachyo, he can't actually stand up against Yatoro and has to back away.
Of course he's diving.
Yatoro, yeah, he's just going to go for it. See if he can get it. Got it! Oh, no way! The final bit of damage required. Yatoro can claim it.
Yatoro, boss. This man knows no fear, no limits right now. He's just taking your base at 30 minutes, a position Gaimin is used to putting their opponents in. Jump if he really wants to just force the issue.
Yeah.
His Tuskar is hella tanky right now. Gossamer Cave Drum, happy to start the engagement, particularly if you can find a good core target. He got feared on the jump. That was incredibly impressive, actually, but it will not yield them the fight. They're just getting chunked. This is the strength of Weaver right now. 15-2 for Yatoro.
Mira looking for his opening. Gaimin Gladiators, it seems pretty clear. They can't take an honest fight against Team Spirit anymore. They're going to have to play around the fountain here. As a jump forward, the Dream Coil is slowly taking him out. Tofu does manage to live for now. Gets back to the fountain. But Team Spirit.
The Tuskags in this game. I mean, Mira's quite farmed.
Oh, yeah.
You're talking about a high ground break mechanism. If they really get in a stalemate and need it, he's going to kick someone out, and Yatoro just runs straight into them.
Pops BKB, turns around. Oh, man, that damage is just building up so quickly. Quinn's got it in an instant. So is the bear. Dyrachyo battling up against Laurel, but the big bad boss of the fight is definitely Yatoro. And once he turns his eye on a hero,
absolutely over.
Game over for this one. Team Spirit making absolutely no qualms about shutting Gaimin Gladiators out in their own style. 33 minutes and it's done.
Such a one-sided game one. I mean, nice lower bracket run, right? Welcome to the grand finals here. Welcome to the ultimate boss of Dota right now. As you might have won 3 majors, you might have made it all the way here, but if you can't find a way to break this team, which nobody else has been able to do, you're going to go home empty-handed.
And Gaimin Gladiators, they had such a good run leading up to this, right? They lost 1 game in this playoff run of theirs, and that was against Team Liquid. The only team who managed to take it until they run into Team Spirit.
And they kind of look shook, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's what they want their opponents to feel. A 30-minute high ground GG. make it look easy, just run away with the lanes. You had a couple power runes go Quinn's way, but he couldn't find anything on these side lanes. The mid clash didn't work. The side lane pressure mounted way too quickly. You had Ancients to fall back on for collapse. Yatoro is just slaying people. Ends this game 18-2. This man's just padding his legacy stats at this point.
Maybach.